Don't forget to turn your hard drive off.
Just did.
I hear it buzzing.
Yeah, I just literally ejected it. Like, literally just did. How is this? Is this a little better?
I ready, ready, ready. I ready. Let's go.
Let's go, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to Adventures in Collecting live at 5.
Yeah.
Whether you're watching on Instagram or YouTube, welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining. We took a week off,
Yeah.
little Valentine's Day week off, and we're back. So we had a really great conversation actually with Mark Morse, VP over at Spin Master
Yeah.
last night. So that episode will be airing on Monday, which is super exciting. It was actually way more. We got more news out of that episode than I was kind of expecting to. Not to say that like we don't get news when we do interviews,
Mm-hmm.
but it was like it was a very packed episode. Mark let it all out. So yeah.
By the way, today I am squeezed to death. That is how I'm murdering my thirst. Liquid Death, please get in touch.
We're still waiting. We're still waiting for
I'm gonna try. Like, it's. I would love to plug a product I enjoy.
yeah. I
That
mean
is not toys
I
or
like
collectibles.
the Dr. Pepper one. The not Dr. Pepper was
Mm-hmm.
very good. I tried that the last time I was at the house, so that was good. Um,
I should pick a flavor per week and put it on our Amazon.
oh, they are on Amazon.
They are
We could make a
base
list.
flavor of the week.
I might just have to do that. So yeah, I might just have to do that. Yeah, so before we hop into kind of the news and what was going on this week and our thoughts on what kind of happened this week in the
Mm-hmm.
toy world.
I got some thoughts
Um
on today, which I
some
think
thought
I
Oh
told you about.
yes. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Looking at my list. Yeah, well, I tried to be a little more organized this week instead of just kind of like randomly bouncing around between things. We've got an order. You'll see as we're kind of going
Do you
through it.
want me to hit some pickups before we get into that?
No, let's cover the news. Let's do a little bit of
Okay.
housekeeping, a little bit of news. We'll take care of that stuff first, and then we'll chat. If you are joining us on Instagram or
Oh,
YouTube,
actually,
definitely let
do we
us know
want to
what's
open
going on
stuff?
in the let us know what's going on in the comments. Let us know what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you're talking about. Uh, I have a thing or two to open, I guess,
I was
but
gonna
no,
say, do you want
let's
me to open up a card product again today?
yeah, you could do one of those in a little
All
bit.
right. So, chat. Which hobby box do we want? I know which one is probably gonna get voted for, and I'd rather open. But
I
we
don't know
got
if I could do
tops.
I don't know if I could do polls. I can't do polls. But
But
yeah,
just
yeah,
let
let
us
us
know in the
know.
chat. I've got Chrome, tops Chrome, like a hobby box. So we're gonna find something in here, and um, 2 autographs at least, or one potential autograph in baseball. Honestly, I'm more geeked to open up the Chrome, but if we want baseball because spring training's starting, we could do baseball.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. Pitchers and catchers have reported base
Well,
spring training
today is the
is
first games.
yeah. Shouts to the underscore Vorak underscore in the chat. We're doing well. How about you? How about you if you're still hanging out here? We've got one vote for Chrome already, Dave.
Okay,
So if you want to keep track of the votes on your side.
I can't see
Um,
anything.
no,
I
I mean
just
I just told you that we have
okay.
one vote for Chrome. So
I
like
can't
take
see the
a
chat.
it's I don't know if I can overlay it. Can I overlay it? Let's see. What does this do? I don't think that actually does anything.
Okay,
Because I'm flipping back and forth between tabs here, looking at the Instagram comments, looking at the
gotcha. It's
yes, it's
the
a
comments.
little
Okay.
bit of everything. All right. So let's jump into a little bit of news here. So let's share this guy and let's
And we're
do
both
this.
back this week. Uh,
Yeah,
last
there we go.
last episode I did myself, and I don't know if it was any good or not. I'm sure it was fine, but
I mean, I didn't watch it, so but I'm sure
well,
you
thank you. No,
sure you did.
obviously Eric had stuff to do. That's why it was just me. But
I did not get a chance to watch it. Um, but again,
there was no hate mail, so that I'm
I'm
aware of.
sure you did great. So, this is your final week to enter the February 2025 giveaway for the Savage Crucible um, Veterus Rapax. Absolutely awesome figure. Uh, I have an open one right here, and you can see there's dropping things. You can see the picture of it on your screen currently, but this figure is super awesome. This actually is like no joke. It's my favorite. I will go as far as to say it's my favorite Savage Crucible figure thus far. So really excited to be able to give one of these away to a lucky winner. If you're watching us on Instagram, great. You're right where you need to be. So look for the pinned post and the instructions on how to enter and win. There is a pinned post in our profile. Really, really simple to enter to win that. And you have until February 28th. So just 7 days from now. And then we'll flip it over to our March giveaway. We've got a couple of fun options for March. So stay tuned for that. Um, Toy Fair. So Toy Fair is rapidly approaching. It is a week from tomorrow.
I don't know
Uh,
if we're gonna be able to go live from Toy Fair though. The Wi-Fi at Javits
no,
is
no,
dreadful.
and just as a heads up, next week's live stream will likely only be I may be out of pocket for next Friday. So look for Dave to potentially be doing a live stream, or maybe we'll take the week off since we have so much Toy Fair stuff coming. We'll see.
Um,
We'll see.
we'll see what we can figure out because I had to maneuver an appointment around too to later.
Yeah. So, we'll we'll yeah, we'll tackle that
Hmm.
next week. But yeah, so
How
we
about
will
this?
be
It won't be a live stream, but at the very least, I'll have something for everybody.
okay. Dave's making promises. Dave's making
Yeah, there's
promises.
something I'm working on today. It's not going to be a long thing. It'll be short, but
Okay. All right. Yeah, but we will be at Toy Fair, so we have appointments with a bunch of booths and a bunch of toy creators. So just kind of going through the list here, we'll be visiting Spin Master, Super Impulse, Bandai, Playmates, NECA, Hasbro, Diamond Select, Mattel, our friends at the Nacelle Company, Todd McFarlane, Jazzwares, and those are just like kind of the scratching the surface. There's so much more going on there. So we're going to try to visit
mhm.
everywhere that we can, get as much booth coverage as we can, show you guys everything that we are allowed to show you. Um, and we'll talk to you about the stuff we're allowed to talk to you about and not
Lot,
show you. But yeah,
lots of friends of the pod will be there.
yeah, we're excited to see everybody. Our friends from around the industry as well as our friends from the toy blogosphere. So
Yeah, I heard there's
oh
a rumor that there's going to be a giant logo walking around.
yes,
A
always is.
a
So
logo-shaped man.
we have to give a quick shout out here, and I'm gonna try not to screw this up. I'm gonna actually go to Fight TV to actually because I think
You mean Triller?
Triller. Sorry, I still call it Fight. Um,
Is it live? Because I tried to find it.
I'm looking.
I saw last year's, knowing full. I'm gonna look on the app as well.
Uh, let's
I
see.
didn't see it as part of live, and I have full disclosure. I have a Triller subscription. Not
You
that,
know what I'm talking about, right? The
yeah.
QPW, right?
Um, yeah, I'm talking Berg Championship Wrestling. Yes.
Yes, Berg Championship Wrestling. So Sean is in the chat, and I'm currently looking for it in
Yeah, because
on the.
I was all jacked up to watch it, and it's not.
Oh, I found it. I found it. I found it. All right, so
Where?
it's actually March 1st.
Oh, so it's delayed.
So there's a delay. All right, so
1999 for the bundle. Not bad.
Sean, friend of the pod, longtime supporter of us here at Adventures in Collecting, he is the Berg himself. Night one just finished. Yeah, he's coming to us from the future. So Qatar Pro Wrestling QPW. There
No, it's
is
airing in
a
the future. He's coming to
yeah.
us from the present.
No, he's coming to us from the future because
Oh,
where
because it's
he's at,
tomorrow.
night one already finished. So, yeah. So QPW, Qatar Pro Wrestling, Super Slam. This is the third Super Slam. There is some truly incredible people that are going to be at this thing. You've got Miro, you've got Nick Nemeth, Matt Cardona, Jushin Thunder Liger,
Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali. Uh, where he goes by the Maharaja now, previously known as Jinder Mahal, uh, Enzo Amore,
Well, real one. Real one.
yeah, real one.
Looks like the Axeman's there, Axel Tischer.
Yeah, there is a ton of people at this.
Minoru Suzuki, who we saw the Berg try to recruit
Yeah.
to Berg Enterprises, I believe. Um,
Oh,
Jonathan Gresham, Bobby
spoilers!
Lashley.
It looks like the Berg might have taken a Mr. Sacco bump at the
Oh, well.
event. So um
Is that Trent Seven I see?
but yeah, if you are into pro wrestling, make sure you get on Triller. It is going to rebroadcast March 1st and 2nd on Triller. Do not miss it. Tons
Uh,
of really cool people there.
$14.99 per night, but why would you not get the $20 bundle? I mean,
Seriously, $20 bundle. Get both nights. Watch it at your leisure. Sean is one of the real ones. He's one of the
mhm.
good guys. So
Separate from, if you do have a Triller subscription, separate from the subscription, it's a pay-per-view. So
yeah,
it's going to be like if you're ordering an AEW on there.
yeah.
Um,
But yeah, can't plug Sean enough. Hope the event
Yeah.
night 2 goes amazing. Can't wait to watch it in a couple weeks. Um, but he's also in the chat on Instagram. So Sean, thank you for recovering from
Yeah,
your
absolutely.
brutal bumps tonight to come hang out with
I've
us
been
for a couple minutes.
enjoying the videos leading up to the event
He's
on
great on the mic,
Sean's.
man.
Yeah.
He's sharp. He is sharp on the mic. So Berg Enterprises, we wish you the
Hmm.
best of luck.
We need Berg Enterprises t-shirts.
T-shirts. We gotta talk to Kanik. Maybe get a Berg Enterprises bendy now that Matt's out. Matt's been out there and has experienced the
Hmm.
QPW. Let's get it all
Yeah,
going.
that's true. Watching Matt's account too, he found a Toys R Us. Like,
Yeah, I can't wait to see what Qatar Toys R Us is like. Got to watch that vlog. Continuing with the housekeeping, one last thing. So, March 29th is our next live recording of Adventures in Collecting. Um, we will be
I
at
don't know who those
ZapCon.
guys in the pictures are, but my goodness.
They found our old headshots. Yeah, I remember when I was that skinny. But yeah, well, so we're gonna be recording another live show. We did our first one at ZapCon. This is, of course, ZapCon 6. It's at the Wayne PAL in Wayne, New Jersey on March 29th. And we will have our friends Chris Ramo and Blaine Rodenbaugh from NECA. We'll be talking all about NECA design, packaging, all the art that they do. It's going to be a super fun conversation. So
Yeah.
if you're in the area, make sure you go to zapconnj.com to get yourself some tickets. They're $10. There's going to be a ton of other people there too. Gene
Hmm.
St. Jean was actually just announced as well, so he'll be back. Gene is an incredible toy designer. There's going to be tons of artists, tons of
Lots of
comic books to
artists.
buy.
Shouts to
Yeah.
my buddy Sorcerer Maddie, who's going to be there.
Yeah, there's a lot of really fun stuff at ZapCon every year, so definitely be sure to check it out. And then let's hop right into some news here. We'll just cover off on a couple things real quick. Um, we have been big time supporters, big fans of the folks at Diorama Prints. Rachel
One
over
of the
there,
OG sponsors.
one of the OG sponsors of the show, and also a very early guest on the show. They have announced Wave 8 of their incredible diorama prints, and if you see any of the toy photography that basically, if you see a piece of toy photography from us and it's not in a wrestling ring or on a plain white background, it is diorama prints. So whether it's the jungle stuff that you see, the stuff in forests, the stuff in cities and alleyways and rooftops and all that good stuff, those are always diorama prints. So we're really excited to see Wave 8 announced here. And just to kind of dive in a little bit deeper real quick, there is an Austin city street, so adding to their cities. Love that it's got a little food truck. Haunted, abandoned uh, hotel lobby. So the one that I'm affectionately calling Totally Not Tower of Terror.
Yeah. The
Got an
Hollywood Tower Hotel.
another abandoned house interior. Absolutely love that.
Oh,
The
shouts to No Chewing and Mike from Figure
Oh,
Report.
Mikey. Hey, what's up, guys? Um, Ward 9, their hospital is expanding with a new room. Really cool. And then for sci-fi fans, we've got a Project Omega, really cool looking portal. And yeah, these are incredible for
Oh,
both
that's
toy
that's cool.
photography and for your displays. They fit really nicely into cubes and whatnot. So yeah, definitely worth keeping an eye out. And if you're looking to stock up on their existing stuff, use code AIC at checkout. It'll save you 15%. Check out all the other cool diorama prints that they have. And while we're talking about cool art stuff that our friends are doing, shouts to Zach Oat, Zach the Goat Oat. Uh, he
Oh, he's got a
is
book.
he's got a book of his toy
Okay.
photography. It is
Yes,
available on
Mike. We will see you
Amazon.
next Saturday.
Yes, yes. His book is available now of his toy photography. Zach is, of course, best known for his work as the marketing supervisor over at Diamond Select. He's been there for, I mean, the dude is, such a huge part of the community. We love Zach. He's been very kind to us over the years, and his toy photography is super cool. So,
And a big part of like streaming video figure history as well.
yeah, yeah, with Toy Fair magazine and Twisted Toy Fair Theater and all that. He was part of what eventually became Robot Chicken, which is actually coming up on its 20th anniversary somehow, which is
Hmm.
just crazy to think. But yeah, his book is available on Amazon. Just search his name, Zach Oat, or search Wild Toys action figure photography, and you'll find his book. And you should get it and put it on your coffee table and enjoy it because he's great. And we'll just highlight this comment real quick as we mentioned. Oops, I hit the wrong one. There we go.
Well, both of them are
Yes.
legit. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll get to that one next. Yes, we will be there on Saturday and Sunday at
hmm
New York Toy Fair. No chewing. Yes, let's meet up.
yeah.
Let's hit us up in the DMs. We'll get a little group chat going, and we'll all meet up and say hi. It'd be great. Would
So
absolutely love that.
it's Rivals update and Fortnite update today. Okay.
Just all those video games. All right, so into some reveals from this week. We've got McFarlane. These are up for pre-order. Wherever you enjoy ordering your McFarlane toys. We've got the new '89 Batman with the wired cape, and he could do the extendy arms thing, as well as Batman from Batman Begins. These went up today on Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. Uh, Wherever, like I said, wherever you order your toys. Um, you know, again, really, really cool. The one thing that still just kind of bugs me out about this figure just a little bit, and I have the one that came with the Batmobile. Really wish there was something they could do about the cowl and the neck breakup, him not being able to turn his head.
I was gonna say
I
both of them are turning their heads considerably more than they actually
Yeah.
could.
This one works a little bit more for me here, like in terms of the lines. Like I think they just did a good job of making it, kind of tricking the eye that it's one piece. This is like, I mean, it looks like a head on a neck, and it kind of breaks up that line for me. Still an awesome figure.
So this is a different 89 though.
Same '89 as the first one, just different cape,
Okay.
more accessories. So he's got the wired cape instead of just kind of the like loose cloth fitting or the loose fitting
Okay.
cloth cape. So,
That's cool,
um,
but
yeah, if you got the Batmobile, and I think that's right, the yellow, the bat symbol instead of being gold is yellow, which is actually more screen accurate.
hmm.
On the first one, it is gold. Yeah. So, let's keep on going. Sticking with McFarlane. The Bat Multicraft and the Sea Saucer, which were, I believe, originally part of their kind of Kickstarter made to order thing last year. These are getting a re-release, and they're up for pre-order. So the Superpowers tribute line continues forward with two fun vehicles, and more to come from that as well. That line. Uh, Heading over to the world of Diamond Select, we've got our next two Lord of the Rings figures. So we are now branching out of the Fellowship film, and we're headed kind of all throughout with Aragorn as he appears in Return of the King, and Galadriel from Fellowship. So it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. You get a cool little set piece with Galadriel there. Looks like Does not look like this is soft goods on her. So
No.
that is the pose that she is in. But they do the likenesses, the faces, and everything. They do look, um,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, that's a good likeness.
they look good. It's definitely Viggo Mortensen and definitely Kate Blanchett. Um,
Is Vigo.
Shouts to Eamon O'Donoghue, the sculptor on these, always does a really good job with these Lord of the Rings figures. So
It's Vigo. I always liked doing that when it was
wrong movie, Dave.
yeah, but still.
Um, But
How often do you
yeah,
run into somebody named Vigo where you can
it's true.
quote Peter McNichol?
Either Mortensen or the rice. You could do it every time you go to ShopRite and walk down the rice aisle and point to the rice and go, "It's Vigo," because there's the rice company, Vigo.
Okay.
We get the Spanish rice all the time. Delicious. But yeah, so then moving into some crowdfunding stuff. So Hasbro, that the latest HasLab has fully funded with a crap ton of days left to go. I think it's like 34 days left to go. Um, it funded. So go hit those stretch goals, get your additional bots, get your flight stands, all that good stuff. You've
The
got
the nunchaku.
yeah, you've got like a month left to go to hit all those goals, but everybody is getting their Leo Kaiser. Um yeah, so really exciting there, joining that kind of the victory line. I always say for some reason I just picture like a bouncer at like a German discotheque named Leo Kaiser. That's what I think of every
God.
time I see that name. Like, yeah, I mean, that's the first thing that pops into my head. So maybe you could take a fun toy pic of him
It
bouncing
was
at a German discotheque.
it was cool like learning about that when I was doing the research on talking about it 2 weeks ago. And
Yeah,
it was already a third of the way, like as of recording. So
yeah, so really
yeah,
cool. Uh,
that's an era of Transformers I am not familiar with at all.
Same. Big blind spot for me, but really cool. Deathosaurus and Victory Saber funded prior to this. Those are
Hmm.
awesome. You know, this is just another piece in the collection for the folks that are really into this era of Transformers. And we have a question in the chat on Instagram. When is Toy Fair? Toy Fair is March 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. But we will be there the 1st and 2nd, so Saturday and
Hmm.
Sunday. All right, so up next we've got Samurai Jack, the
That's
Mezco
cool.
112 collective Samurai Jack. This one's really interesting. This was not something that I was really expecting from them. But it's really cool. They've done a couple of animated pieces in the past, you know, with DC Comics. You know, they've done a couple of the animated series things, but this is really cool. You get a ton of heads, you get interchangeable hairstyles, ton of hands. You get weapons, headpiece, the hat, the blindfold, and then you get the portal and the arrows, and you know, if you're a fan of Samurai Jack, this seems to be a pretty comprehensive representation of the
Yeah, it
character
looks
in
cool.
112 scale. Um,
Have you ever?
he's
I know Tartarovsky or Tartakovsky. I forget how to
always
say
hard to
his name.
pronounce that last name.
But like his Clone Wars is kind of slept on, but Primal is some show.
I haven't watched any of that. I was a big Samurai Jack fan. I really enjoyed that series back in the
Yeah, I
day.
enjoyed Samurai Jack.
I should rewatch it. But yeah, really.
Primal, not for the kids, but like some show.
But this is available as well to pre-order right now. If you could pre-order it at Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, it's available for pre-order with free shipping. 'Cause I think it's like $95, so it hits that shipping limit. So if you want something to add to your pile of loot or just get it on its own, you can absolutely do that. And you can anything that we talk about that's available for pre-order, aicpodcast.com/links. You will find links to everything that we talk about there. Whether it's organized on like an Amazon list or you know a specific store, you'll find it all there. So just if you see something that piques your fancy, go ahead and visit aicpodcast.com/links. Now let's get into the Hasbro stuff here. So Hasbro, Marvel Legends team, they had their latest uh, live stream this week, and reactions are very mixed.
I mean, they were due another Gamerverse though, like
I,
another
I
Gamerverse
mean,
series.
if I could get spicy for a moment, I'm gonna get a little spicy
As
if
long
that's
as you
okay.
stay clothed,
Yeah, no, not that kind of spicy. I'm gonna get a little spicy for a second. Um, it really bothers me when companies make cool stuff, and I mean, we'll go through this and show like there's some unique, fun things happening here, like genuinely cool designs, different designs. They're doing something a little bit different, um, which is clearly not for everyone. And my personal take on everything that they revealed, with the exception of the X Force 2 pack at the end,
Which I think
every
is really cool. By the way,
very cool, very cool.
having read that X Force run, like
And both of those characters are due for a redo. It's been a long time. But
that's my favorite X-23 era, to be honest.
I have this like anxiety, or I guess you could say like this fear that collecting and like these figures and these lines that we've collected for so long. I mean, like Marvel Legends is 20 plus years at this point. Like I have this fear with like as trends develop and kids are playing with less toys, they're playing with more video games, that like these hobbies will die with us. Right? Like when we're done, that's it. Like who's coming in behind us? I think personally, and I have no we have no insider info on this, but I personally think that like making action figures based off of a video game that was so wildly popular as both of these Spider-Man, or all three of these Spider-Man games, really,
Hmm.
all three of the PlayStation ones. This is a great way to one, get some interesting characters, interesting skins, interesting versions of these characters out to existing collectors, but also like, you know, Sony sold the PlayStation that had the Spider-Man skin. They sold the controllers that had the Spider-Man skins on them. The skins are very like popular. The concept of skins just in general in games are very
Like
popular. So
the games were console movers because they're exclusive. Like
this gives people a chance that maybe wouldn't normally buy an action figure to buy a Marvel Legend to put next to their PlayStation, to put next to their physical copy of Spider-Man. Whether it's their favorite like weirdo deep cut skin from the game, or something that's, more common, like, like Venom, like the Venom figure in this wave. Like I can see people who don't normally buy action figures getting one of these, and who knows, maybe that's the gateway, right? Like maybe they get this, they open it and they go like, oh, I didn't know this thing did all of these things, and they start buying new figures, and like maybe that's how we get some new Marvel Legends collectors. And I personally don't think that's a bad thing, and that's one. So that's not really the spicy thing, right? Like
I
that's
was gonna say, that's like Buffalo Wild Wings wouldn't even
yeah,
call that mild.
that's me being a like a marketing person by trade, like as like that's what I do in my 9 to 5, right? The spicy thing is, and I'm just gonna put this bluntly, not every figure has to be for you. Like watching this, like when you see somebody like a figure that's announced and it's not something you want, like cool. They put out we literally are living in a world where we have a cornucopia of plastic collectibles across fucking brands that you don't need to get everything. Like, and it's okay if something is not for you. I mean, like, and I feel like wrestling figure collectors, as somebody who collects both, right, Marvel Legends and wrestling figures, we're almost a little more like desensitized to certain things. Like I bought another Jey Uso this week. Another one. I now have 5 Jey Usos. And I bought this one because he had blue pants and a different face. Like, did I need that other Jey Uso? Probably not, but like I'm so happy to have it because it's like slightly different. So if you love when you unlocked Spirit Spider in the video game, or like you just think the design is really cool, or you're a Ghost Rider collector and you now have the Spirit of Vengeance Spider-Man, Dave.
I was gonna say
Um,
I have 13 Marvel Legends. Like I guess this is 14.
um, it's just like just chill and be cool and wait for the next thing to come, because like we've got a Fantastic Four movie coming out this year. Um, you know,
And that MCU isn't for everybody. Like,
what's going on, Machu Toy? Yeah, and
well,
we know that the MCU is not for everyone, but that's literally like my main collection. Like I
mhm.
cannot wait, and I know that I'm gonna catch flack for getting the Fantastic Four figures, hopefully. You know, if that's the plan, or Thunderbolts, whatever they decide to do, right? Like I'm gonna get those figures, and the likenesses are gonna be absolute fire, and they're gonna be so much fun, and they're gonna look like little versions of Pedro Pascal, and you know,
You've got the Brave New World ones, which is a movie that was great that everyone hates for reasons. Like,
yeah, I just wish that people could.
that's I just threw on some spice. That's
Yeah, well, that's I mean, I just wish people could chill out just a little bit. So, if you're watching this, and if we're royally pissing you off with our positivity right now, honestly, good. Um, maybe the
I was
next
gonna say
time.
because I flat out just called people out.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, maybe the next time, you know, there's an announcement and it's not something for you, just think that it's for somebody. Somebody is excited about it. Don't take the wind out of their sails. You know, it, I always go back to the analogy when and yes, I'm going to hot shot a previous episode, but like I always go back to when we had Todd McFarlane on, and Todd McFarlane said it a really great analogy. He's like, not everybody likes broccoli, but when they go to a supermarket, they don't go to the front counter and say, "Hey, stop fucking selling broccoli because I don't like it." They just buy the stuff that they like and move on. So if this wave
I
is
don't like
is your
broccoli.
if this wave is your broccoli, like great, skip it, move on, and you know let's have some fun. But yeah, so I think I've got that off my chest now. I've been wanting to say that for like a week. XDN, do you think they will make stuff for Daredevil? Dude, I hope so.
Yeah,
That
that'd be
would be
cool.
great. We only have one MCU Daredevil figure. It's actually it still is a really great figure. Holds up really well. It was from that
Two, isn't it?
Netflix. Um, I mean, if you want to count the Matt Murdock
I do.
from No Way Home,
It's a fit. No, then three because they have the. Wasn't there suit Matt Murdock in the Defenders box?
no, that Matt Murdock is in the Daredevil suit, just with an unmasked head.
Okay, so
Same
there's
Daredevil,
three.
but it's the same Daredevil body as the
Hmm.
main Daredevil figure. Um, but yeah, I hope they make stuff from Born Again. So that would be incredible. Really, really hope they do that. Yeah. So let's churn through these reveals real quick. Um, as I alluded to, the game, it's a game reverse wave. So we've got Spirit Spider, who of course is an unlockable. This will be available in March, only at
Which
Walmart.
I don't think they've done a game reverse since like the OG Spider-Man game wave.
No, they had I have them somewhere. They did Miles and they did Peter. Like they
Dan-
did from
Danny is in the suit. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's
yeah.
Danny Rand.
Yeah, I've got them right here. I'm looking at them. But yeah, so this is going to be available at March, or in March at Walmart. Um, and I can only assume this is going to be part of like the spring collector con. Usually that timing lines up.
Yeah.
Pure assumption, but March at Walmart for that exclusive. And then we've got an exclusive Kingpin at
I also like a
Amazon,
Kingpin.
also available in March. This is from the first Spider-Man game, so not Spider-Man 2. This is like that opening fight sequence Kingpin. It's on the Joe Fixit body, and it looks awesome. And honestly, like if you want to fudge it, you could technically use this as at least as a temporary stand-in for your Spider-Verse as well, because he's got the black suit in that movie. So if you want to fudge it, you can. Moving into the actual wave itself, so Miles Morales in his upgraded suit. This is going to be available on Hasbro Pulse and other retailers on the 25th. So next week on the 25th, you've got Spider-Man, Miles Morales in his upgraded suit. You've got Peter Parker in the black suit. It's got all the fun little Kraggles on it. You've got Boricua suit Miles Morales. This is one that a lot of people are excited for.
That's cool.
Obviously, Miles rocking his Puerto Rican pride. Peter Parker in the anti-Venom suit from the game looks a little different from like what we're used to seeing for anti-Venom, but the blue and silver looks really cool. We've got Miles Morales Brooklyn 2099. Again, really really cool. All new sculpts for most of these, and then Felicia Hardy Black Cat. So this is from the DLC in Spider-Man 2. So she's got the Wanda Watum. You can do a little portal jumping, and then the deluxe, the big guy, Venom. So this figure is absolutely massive. Looks to be on par size wise with either Odin or even honestly the Hulkbuster that came out last year. So we've got a comment here. You know, what would you speculate on price for Venom? I would say you're probably going to be in that like $60 range, somewhere around that Odin or that Hulkbuster. That's again pure speculation on that. He is technically part of the main wave, but he goes up for pre-order 2 days later, so he'll be available on the 27th. But yeah, I think this is a really cool wave. It's cool to see them do something that's like encapsulated, which I think is a lot of fun. Again, little bit different than kind of what they usually do. And then the last reveal was this X-Force 2-pack. So again, X-23 Warpath, long overdue for some upgrades. The faces on X-23 just look absolutely stunning.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, two expressions there. Really cool.
I love that run of X-Force, like like Marvel Now.
And they've done a bunch of X-Force figures over the years that fit in with these. So like there's been a couple of Deadpools, there was recently a Wolverine. So they just recently put out a Nightcrawler from this run as well. And then, as is typical of their live streams, we've got a tease. So it is a missile of some kind. I've seen some interesting thoughts and guesses as to what this could be. A lot of people are thinking that it's saw a bunch of people say that it's Marvel versus Capcom War Machine. I think that is some heavy wishful thinking, but yeah, I mean it could be a lot of things. It could be I don't know. It could be a lot of things. I have one guess.
That X-Force was 2008.
Yeah.
17 years ago, that comic.
I
loved that run though. So
mine is purely wishful thinking. I'm still really hoping, if you watched our interview with Steve Evans, I'm really hoping that we get a Maximum Hulk. And I think having Hulk be able to like grab missiles that are being fired at him is pretty funny. So I'm going to continue to wishfully think that we're getting a Maximum Hulk, and I'm just going to self-actualize that figure into reality. So yeah,
and I think
that's my guess.
is mullet mullet Johnny Blaze.
Sure, he gets rockets fired at him. Sure, why not?
Mullet Johnny Blaze is my
Why
guess.
not? All right, so that brings us into some wrestling news. So the first big surprise, this is happening in just 4 days. So we're gonna find out what this is before Toy Fair.
I'm very curious.
Ringside Collectibles has their own line of figures coming out. So unsanctioned classic superstars.
Well, they were that bell to bell too, so it's.
Well, I can only assume that these are going to be like modern articulation.
I'm hoping.
That's my guess. But yeah, really interested to see what's coming on along with that. So stay tuned. And then of course, anything that you get at Ringside, code ASE, save yourself 10% on your order. Our next Jazzwares Vault drop is happening, and that is including the Hardys from their Ring of Honor run pairs up well, Dave, as you said, with the Young Bucks, right? The Ring of Honor
with
Young
the
Bucks that came out.
the 2-pack, the Bullet Club Young Bucks. Uh, you can recreate the match the day before WrestleMania when when the Hardys showed up as a surprise
Yeah.
in
And,
Orlando.
and we've got a new Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Series 6 of their Starfighter boxes. Those are a really fun way to get the whole wave kind of in one go, including the rares and chases. Dave and I secured our Tony Storms. Very excited. I will be increasing your value. Everyone who got one of these, I will be increasing your value. I'm opening this. Not only do I want the Tony Storm that's in there, I love the maroon ring gear and
Which you didn't wear at Grand Slam, which
no, I just like it. Like I think it's a
yeah, I
cool
wish she
color.
did. It's cool.
Yeah. And the belt will be going to a new home. So friend of the pod, MCU collector, he and I are splitting the release so that way I get the figure and he gets the belt to add to his growing belt collection. But yeah, I think this is gone. I don't think it's
It's
still
gone.
available. Yeah, it's sold out.
Yeah.
So all 2,000 of them in circulation. I will be opening one of them. That brings us into
1,999
Yep.
sealed ones that we know about. Prince would be stoked.
So that brings us into WWE news. Really, really interesting news dropped today on Mattel Creations in the forum on there. We've got a look at what could potentially be our next crowd fund, and that is one of these 5 options. So they're asking people to vote for the 2 that they want most. We've got Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber, Punjabi Prison, Steel Cage, Modern, and Elimination Chamber, Modern. Unfortunately missing here, Dave and I are both on the same page with this, but
Big Blue
the
should have been on there.
Big Blue would have been great.
Modern Steel Cage, I get. It kind of works for your Nitro ring too.
I mean, the Modern Steel
But
Cage works. That's the one I think that works for the most out of all of these, because you can put the Modern Steel Cage on your Raw ring, you can put it on your Raw is War ring, you can put it on the Nitro ring, and it works. It does work. And I think there might have the Modern Steel Cage might have actually showed up on the red, white, and blue ropes a couple times towards like the end there in that like
I mean,
1997.
or you could say they. I mean, you could make it make sense.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's the one for me that I feel like is the most get the most legs out of. What I'm really curious is how these are going to be delivered. If it's going to be, hopefully I'm really
Also,
hoping it's not like with a ring.
also keep in mind, like so let's say you vote for Elimination Chamber Classic, like it is the same match as Modern Elimination Chamber. However, it is vastly different. Like that doesn't mean that the tooling is gonna mean like, well, we'll eventually get Modern Elimination Chamber. Like
Yeah.
it's taller and very different. So
And I'm
no.
thinking, like I'm wondering if they'll do I'm wondering if they'll do like the lights in the elimination
Yes.
chamber, the randomized lights and the
Well, it
roulette
looks
lights
like
and stuff.
I mean, if that's always been there, that's from above. It's
Yeah.
really the posts. But yeah, the Eric Macho was saying the black cage they did, like if you're thinking St. Valentine's Day Massacre,
Yeah.
that was the last Big Blue before
Yep,
they
and it was
painted it
black.
black and then they went to proper cages. So I don't think there was like a chain link cage until Attitude Era.
Got it.
Actually, I can
Shouts
tell you there wasn't.
shouts to D Blake also in the chat. Welcome aboard, buddy. But yeah, so voting is open on this until February 28th. Go to mattelcreations.com. You got to search for it a little bit. We have a link to it right now in the
Also,
stories.
it was down for a fair amount earlier.
but we're hoping, and actually this I'll use this as just a
I'll
tiny
check
quick
now.
tiny quick segue here. Hoping that we are we they reveal what the winner is on their Mattel Creations revealed event on March 6th. Of course, they sent us a nice little box. The folks at Mattel Creations here. I'm gonna make myself bigger for a moment. I think I can do
Yeah,
that.
please.
Let's see. How do I do this? Let's see. Maximize. There we go. So the folks at Mattel Creations sent us a nice little package with this Cody Rhodes weight belt as the first clue of whatever they are revealing for WWE during that event. So we've got a weight belt. Don't know what that means, but we'll find out on March 6th. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully we'll get an answer as to what won here.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't want to like steer people in any direction, so
Yep. So vote for what you want.
yeah, and then we can tell you afterwards.
So we've also got a reveal from Muda himself via Instagram. We've got some more two more Muda figures happening in the
Two
Superstars
and
line.
ones.
So each figure will come with two heads. There is a chase element to it. I have no idea which heads come with which. I can only assume that it's red and white and blue and green. But
Oh, see,
I could be wrong.
I would give a blue with one and a green with another.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea. So yeah, you're gonna have to stay tuned for that.
I wish the blue one was on an elite, to be honest.
So wrapping up here, we're just going to fire through these really, really quickly. So our friends at the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, Major Brand, Axe, Brian Adams, and Smash are back up for pre-order. The pre-order is the order. So if you want these big rubber guys, head to collectmajor.com, grab them, add them to your collection. The Axe and Smash were among their first releases, and they are very, very sought after. So
different face paint.
Yep. So slightly different from their original releases, but if you want these in your collection,
closer to Hasbro face paint.
Correct. That is correct. And then the last thing that went up for pre-order, so Storm Arena, their 112 scale Street Fighter figures are up for pre-order. So these are not the big 7-inch guys. These are their 112 scale figures, and they are up for pre-order now. So you can have these compete with your Street Fighter 2 Jada figures. They are in the same scale, but they are $27 Storm figures. So really excited to see what these look like in hand. Was never really a Street Fighter Alpha 3. I was kind of done by then, but yeah, they do look really cool. And that covers off on all of the reveals, and my God, it has almost been an hour already. That's
some news.
That is insane. We had quite a lot to cover. Yeah. News. That's what we got for news. Dave, do you want to open like a pack of cards? I think the vote that we got was for Chrome. Do you want to fire up a pack to close us out here?
It's gonna be tough to open a pack from the hobby box and not keep the rest the rest sealed.
I mean, everyone's gonna have to stay tuned for future videos from Adventures in Collecting.
We'll save that for when we could do the whole thing. I do have a blaster, which is 4 packs, and wow, this is some plastic. What do I have here? They're 4 small packs, so we can do a blaster. Because I really want to like dive into that hobby box. So,
All
exactly.
right. Okay. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Like, do you know how difficult that'll be just to keep it here?
That's fine. I get it.
Oh, this is actually 4 cards and 7 packs, but regardless, we'll rip through them. All right, so my first one, I have Mr. Stone, A-Town Down Under tag team card, the sepia black and white card, because it's not really sepia, of the pack. That's the blaster exclusive is Roman and Tommaso Ciampa. All right, next one. That's what's good about the blaster packs. There's only 4 cards in them. So we have Ava. We have a Hulk Hogan WrestleMania, Duke Hudson, and Triple H.
Let's keep going, Dave.
We're going. Next pack. Kevin Nash. We've
Too
got
sweet.
a William Regal, Allen and Ginter. It is a refractor. We have Stacy Keibler. It is a variant. I don't remember what the variant is that goes there, but Bray Wyatt is the last
Oh,
card
nice.
of that pack.
I love the overall look of these cards. Like, they're
Yeah,
super cool.
It's not a lot, but it's still like cool looking. So you have Electro Lopez. I'm getting all recently released people today. A Daddy Ass, Allen and Ginter. We've got a Sami Zayn Sepia and Dexter Loomis. Are there any reverse holo? I feel like that might be a real card, but not yet. With the Shawn Michaels. Naomi. I have a throwback to the original top set for Damian Priest, which I think is a cool part of the Chrome. They did like that throwback. Here is a
I love you, Solo.
X-Fractor. I don't know actually if that is an X-Fractor or not. Of Solo and Noam Dar. Okay, we got 2 packs left. We'll save the hobby box for next time we go live.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Because there's you want to find the cool stuff that's in there. Santos Escobar. Oh, this is a cool one. We got a Titletown John Cena, which is cool. It shows like what event somebody won a title at. So that was when he won at the Royal Rumble in 2017.
And there's my
the
guy.
Last Sepia, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Titletown next
Shawn
to
Spears.
Titletown is next to Suplex City, by the way. They're
Yeah.
neighbors. A bridge connects the two of them.
It's no longer in Detroit. That used to be like hockey Titletown. Here's Lucian Price from NXT. Oh, actually, here you go. So, we got a numbered insert out of 150. A
HBK.
shiny reverse hologram. Allen and Ginter. Shawn Michaels.
There you go, Damien. We got a little
108 out of 150.
Little HBK love for you there.
Called it. You called it. Damien called it. We've got the refractor of Seth freaking Rollins, and we are going to close it out with Sheamus.
All right. Awesome. Good stuff, Dave.
Yeah, so I got a numbered card to sleeve up, so that's cool.
And with that, that's going to be about it for us today, folks.
Not as crazy as the Brian Cage auto from last live, but that was cool, though. I was really pumped about that.
That's going to be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this live stream, catching up with us.
That's very funny.
have an incredible weekend out there. Go do some fun stuff. Stay tuned Monday for the next episode of Adventures in Collecting. Again, it will
Mhm.
be featuring our friends at Spin Master. We had a great conversation, lots of fun news in that episode. I promise you, it's something you're going to want to listen to.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff in there. But I think with that, it's time for us to sign off, start our weekend, and
Yep.
everyone have a great weekend.
And we'll see you at Toy Fair for Toy Fair news.
Peace.
Bye, everyone.